Internet mysteries are very few and far between. Historically, we've had quite a few interesting ones that we've since covered on the channel. The key lime pie, yay video games, fun time kids care, Ori chef, and baby monkey mysteries are among some of the most notable, and each of these have had incredibly mixed outcomes. 4chan is a place that I, surprisingly, haven't really touched on, primarily due to the fact that I've yet to really encounter anything that hasn't been covered to death. Tonight, however, is an anomaly. Back in 2013, an anonymous user would post coordinates to a so-called prize that he wanted other 4chaners to go hunt down. In this thread, he presses for a lucky individual to come claim it, and that it'll be there waiting for whoever is up to the task. Interestingly, a few days later, an anon by the name of Alex from Tennessee would visit the site, taking OP up on his challenge. While there, very weird findings would come to light, and he wasn't heard from again. For some reason, this event had escaped me, of all people, and I haven't exactly heard much regarding this before now. Because of that, I like to dive headfirst into it, from start to finish, so we can theorize on what might have actually taken place. With that being said, it's time to buckle down and get comfy as we try to unearth the answer to the long-running question. What happened to Alex from Tennessee? Our story takes place in April of 2013. On the 24th of this month, at about 8:45 at night, an anonymous user with an ID beginning with 2Q8 posts a random photo from Google Maps. With it, he makes a post saying this: "By this rubble, a prize awaits, Tennessee. Park nearby and walk to this point for the secret. It's under plastic at this point." The photo seemed to be an aerial view screenshot of a town called Elizabethton, Tennessee. In response to this, a couple users jump in with some sarcastic and comedic replies, playing this off as just another rando making some sort of joke. About 30 minutes later though, 2Q8 would jump into the thread once more, asking, "No one shall claim the prize? Time to try other websites." Still playing it off, other anons jump in with remarks such as, "Russians, scamming Russians. Give me a hint and I may go. It could be a leprechaun, or a crackhead got hold to the wrong stuff. Someone just send the cops saying there's a dead body and watch what happens." 2Q8, however, professes that this so-called prize is quote-unquote warm. "9:56. No cops here." 10:04. Someone coming for the prize? 10:14. Little friend fly away. Why is no one coming? See? With this, he included a photo that appears to be a rotting hand or claw of some sort with extremely long nails. 10:23. I'm angry that you're not here. This. My friend moves. My friend is not the prize. Plastic prize. I've had my friend along for now. Not what matters today. I need people to come. After this, 2Q8 posts two photos. One of these appears to be a dark and grainy image of an extremely foreboding looking cellar or room of some sort. The other contains a handwritten note from him, saying, "Please come, April 24th, 2013. 10:51. Singing tonight. Someone come." 5 nights later, on April 29th, a user named Alex would post a follow-up thread at around 9:45 p.m. In it, we're able to follow his venture into this area where he hopes to either claim whatever prize it is that 2Q8 has waiting for him, or to put this supposed mystery to rest. "Alex from Tennessee here. I'm at the location of creepy guy. Came early. Dark as fuck. Looks like he was growing something." In the next image he uploaded, there was no comment attached. However, it appears to be a few jars in some sort of square container sitting inside of a crawl space. "Inside of door. Haven't found friend. I think I beat him there. Found some plastic. Place is huge. Carved from dirt, looks like. No floor or walls. Stolen scrap? Can't see in the pic, but little vines growing around it. Heard a car, but popped back up and saw nothing. Why all the wiring in a dirt basement? Heard a rattling sound. Could be a worker or a cop. Standing ground. Found a bag. I'm actually scared. Peeking inside, there seems to be some mummified pelvis and a folded paper plate. Hard drive inside. Pocketed. Opening rest of the bag. Moved the bag. It was covering a hole. Inside the plate. Here, if we rotate the image, we're able to make out the phrase, "Plate's a date, a very important mate. You shouldn't have come. I lied." Seemingly unfazed by this, Alex presses on. Holy shit! Above my head is a fuckload of pills, Valium and others. Older than me, some of them. Sorry if people are asking things, I haven't read the thread. I hear someone outside driving really slow over the gravel. I think it's time for my date. I'm going to see if there's a second door. Dark as shit. Phone flashlight as shit. What is this? Okay, no other doors but a crawl space and a window thing. Gonna exit that way. I hear the fucker. Window thing isn't a window. It's some other vent shit. Turning around and leaving through shit wood door. Jesus. Now, after this last post, this so-called Alex from Tennessee was never heard from again. No follow-up, no closure, nothing. Just a setup, an exploration, a lead-up to a potential murderer following them, then a disappearance off the face of the earth. Understandably, since then, this story has been met with confusion and speculation. As fellow creator Justin Wang has claimed in the past,
the original poster never fucking delivers.
Because of this, we're left with none other than to investigate this ourselves. The two overarching theories that we need to base our assumptions off of are as follows. Either 1, Alex was actually there, or 2, Alex is 2Q8. Going with the presumption that he in fact did go, the turn of events as outlined in this 4chan post would be as follows. Alex randomly meets a weird guy at the Elizabethton Walmart. This weird guy then proceeds to ask him if he goes on 4chan, and he apparently responds with a yes. This weird guy then asks him to go to the 2Q8 thread on 4chan, where Anons then end up convincing him to go. Now, assuming that this far-fetched story is true, he went there, documented his experience, and was either attacked, killed, or taken against his will by whoever that was outside. Now, the problem that I have with this is that there's absolutely no records that prove any of these. Going into the National Missing Persons database, there are 0 cases of missing people on record that go by the name Alex from 2013 to 2014. Furthermore, no homicide cases that taken place around that time either. The only thing that, with the help of Reddit, I was able to find from Elizabethton was this archive of a news article surrounding a murder-suicide that took place in November of that year, an entire 6.5 months after this situation even happened. Furthermore, this involved a couple by the names of Michael and Melissa Griffin, nothing even remotely close to the name Alex. With this in mind, perhaps he simply wanted to continue the trend of OP not delivering, and as some sort of long-running joke, refused to ever provide closure. Assuming that his experience was genuine, that leaves a few lingering questions. What exactly was it that was in the bag? What was the prize? And what was on the hard drive? Before we move on to the next theory, I wanted to touch on one thing here that really stuck out to me. If we take a look at the thread, and I mean really take a look at it, we can notice something a little odd. Post 1, 9:45 and 17 seconds at night. Post 2, 9:46:27. Post 3, 9:48. Post 4, 9:49:24. Post 5, 9:50:23. Are you beginning to catch my drift? This guy is averaging at about 1.5 minutes between each post. That might seem like a decent span of time, but think about it. If you're in an unfamiliar, very ominous location and you're documenting your experience, would you rather be alert or constantly glued to your phone as you update a bunch of randoms on 4chan literally every single minute that you're there? The shortest amount of time out of all of his posts came out to be at just 59 seconds. Furthermore, it was brought to my attention that, with the way 4chan's upload system works, the image upload and the actual post itself both get timestamps. Looking at the time between these, we can observe that the average time between the picture file initiating the upload and him typing out the sentences that accompany it come to average out at about 20 seconds, with the shortest being at just 15 seconds. So to recap, if we're inferring that Alex actually went to the location to explore, then that means from the time that he showed up all the way to when he went missing, nearly every minute that he was there and able to, he was uploading photos to 4chan, and not only that, he was getting everything not only uploaded to the site, but typed out as well, all in just under 15 to 20 seconds? To test this, I want to give it a shot myself. I'm going to cut to a video that I took, and I'm going to see if I can replicate the speed at which he did this, with the goal of his shortest picture to post time being 15 seconds. Here, you'll see me wandering around and uploading various images that you might have seen on my Twitter a few days ago.
No. Shit.
So that wasn't exactly the easiest goal to achieve. The only way I was able to get even close was by hauling ass to do all of this. So if I had trouble with this, how was Alex able to achieve this with such incredible speed while exploring a very creepy and presumably unfamiliar underground area? Well, going by the lack of records regarding an Alex going missing, being murdered, or assaulted, coupled with the insane speeds at which he'd have to take the photos and type out his thoughts, I'm going to have to settle on the second theory that's been circulating regarding this. Alex is OP himself. Alex, or 2Q8, most likely had all of these photos on hand at their desktop with everything premeditated and typed out. That's the only way that he could account for the insane turnaround time that he achieved during this. All in all, this guy was potentially fishing around for some internet notoriety, hell, or even just to mess with people in general. People still bring this event up on various subreddits from time to time, and it's safe to say that if his goal was to cement himself in internet mystery history, Alex from Tennessee definitely achieved this in the end. In a way, it's genius. Set up a scary scenario, get some eyes on it with ominous and obscure photos, fake being another Anon that heads out there to check it out, and then make him vanish right off the face of the earth, as if he never existed. But that's the irony of it. As for the location, a YouTuber by the name of Noah had gone last summer to check it out, likely trying to get to the bottom of this as well. There, they didn't find much other than a few scattered and abandoned buildings that contain what looks like the clothes and belongings of homeless people that are likely living there. It seems that, at least as of last year, there's nothing of interest to note. It's just your everyday derelict building that's simply been lost to time. Now considered a long-time internet mystery, the saga of 2Q8 and Alex from Tennessee will most likely still be discussed in the future. That's just the nature of the internet. People love to speculate, analyze, and dissect to unearth some sort of unnerving truth. In a way, we actually have sort of been left with an internet mystery after all. One very strange one that I'm confident we'll never get the answer to. What the hell was it that was on that hard drive anyway? Looks like we'll never know. Anyway guys, we just dove into the 4chan mystery surrounding Alex from Tennessee. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have any other internet oddities that you'd like me to discuss, definitely send them my way. With that being said, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. I love you all, and good night.